Hello guys, in this video I show you 4 easy tips for artists, and when you follow these tips you become a better artist in only 10 minutes. So watch this video, follow these tips, and then you become a better artist. Drawing is a thing that you only get when you practice. It's not like sports or something like that, so for this you need talent. No, drawing is only learning. So when you give up you never become a better artist, so you must learn. And here in the background you'll see the do picture that I've drawn for the thumbnail, and I draw it in the background, so don't be irritated. Okay, now we come to the first tip. Don't give up. So drawing is a very long process, and when you give up you never learn something too. So you must learn every day, very much draw. So it's very important to learn and draw, but never give up. So when you give up you don't can become better, and that's not good. So please learn every day and don't give up. So that's the first tip. You don't have to give up, because when you do this you don't become a better artist, and drawing is a very long process. So when you give up, that's a big problem that most beginners have. So they start and are very motivated, but then they give up because they are sad, so they have not results, and they give up. So when you wanted to start with drawing, you must have in your head that is a very long process, and you must draw every day, and that's very long time you need for your hobby. So please have this in your head and don't give up, because when you give up you lose all the practice that you made. So it's not like riding a bike, so you forget the things. So please don't make it. When you wanted to become a better artist in only a short time, that's the false hobby for you, because drawing is a process with very much time, and it's not so you have one day and it's finished. You need very much time for it. So this tip I've said a little bit in the first part of this video, and it's practice. So drawing is a very long process, and you must do it every day. And don't only draw a few good pictures, you must follow tutorials. So buy an art book, or when you don't want to reach money, you can follow YouTube tutorials. So I make a few tutorials for your anime and cartoon characters when you draw it, so you have a good picture and you learn something. So it's very good. I have linked it in the info box, and yes, it's very important to draw, and you must practice. It's not okay to draw only pictures. You must practice, okay? Sometimes it's not so funny to draw only pictures like tutorials, but it's very important for you, so you don't become a better artist when you don't follow tutorials. Please buy an art book or watch YouTube tutorials, but YouTube tutorials are often not so good for it. Art books are often very much better, and you can follow this better because there's text and you can read it when you want. So follow art books or YouTube tutorials. It's not so important what you do, but please learn drawing, and not only draw a few pictures and that's finished. So drawing is a long process and you must learn good. Don't understand me false. I don't want to say when you are a professional artist you don't should spend very much time in your drawings. That's very good. You must spend very much time in your drawings when you want that they look good. But when you are a beginner then it's not so good to spend very much time to a drawing and the drawing looks bad. So my tip is to understand how the pictures work that you draw. So an eye is not this shape that we think that it is, so it's a completely circle. So there we have the eyelashes and so. So please don't make this false and think, okay, that looks so, that is so in real life, because that isn't so. So please don't make it false. So you ask why the eye have these two things that looks wet, so a little bit pink, because the drawing is an circle, and so it have this shape. So it become this shape because of these things. When you don't know it, you ask why are this here, and you don't know it, and you draw it false. So please don't spend so much time at it and don't understand how it works. It's very important to understand how it works. So art books and YouTube tutorials are the two best ways, and art books are a little bit better than YouTube tutorials, I think, because yes, there are letters and you can read it and go back and read it again, and that's of course a little bit better than YouTube tutorials, but it's very important to understand the things before you draw it. You know it, you have buy some Copics which are very expensive, a very good art paper, but it don't works. So the problem are not the art supplies, so the problem is you. It's very hard, I know, but when you have buy some very, very expensive things, you are not in a good drawing long. So you must are chilly and you must are very concentrated, and you don't are because you are so, oh my god, I have these markers, I must draw very good. So no, at the best thing that you can do is to the start you use only very, very cheap paper and a pencil, and so you start with sketching, only sketching, and so you understand the things that I have said in tip number 3. And then you learn and learn and learn, and when you understand the completely things that you want to draw, then you can start with the inking, and the inking is also not so important, so you can use a fine liner or something like this. And when you have this inking, then you can buy Copic markers to make your drawings on the next level. But don't use Copic markers at start, because then you are not concentrated and you are very, very, very not in a drawing science, so please don't do this. It's very important to start with cheap materials, so I say it, so like recycling paper or something like this, and use at the start a pencil. Or you make it completely digital, so digital art is also a good way to start. But for the digital art and you don't have enough money, you can also start with traditional. So it's not a big difference between these two ways. And digital art is very expensive. I don't want to say that it's more expensive than traditional art, but a little bit. So that are the 4 tips. I hope you like this video, and when you like it, you can give me a thumb up. And when you don't want to miss a new video from me, then you can subscribe this channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.